Hello, superhumans. How are you today? I ain't gonna lie, I've been through a washing machine. Not sure exactly what ton did it. If you're like me and you're a starseed and you've been through the past 6 or 7 years, right now things are a little nuts. You've been pulled in all types of directions, people telling you that there's someone that they weren't. You've had to walk through timelines that didn't make any sense. I had to make moves in a game in order to stay alive that didn't make any 3D sense. See, and the problem is there's a bunch of people that are in places of government, in the entertainment community, and entire communities in India that this is the information and the consciousness and how they've been tapping into us all this while. And so for us intuitives, and for those that have had our heart broken over and over and are so full of love and can heal and can manifest quickly upon those healings, they knew who we were. I've reached out to a lot of people on Instagram to try to get some support and some help because I've had nothing but men around me stopping me from getting this information to all of you for over 2 years. I've traveled over 24 states in my car for the past 2 years. I've met so many people that claim to be my friends and claim to help and want to support because all I've ever wanted was what was taken from us and also what was taken from me. All I ever wanted was love. All I ever wanted was a family that was mine. All I ever wanted was to get this information out to all of you as quick as possible so that we can help the planet. Because it's not about the dirt. It's not just about the chemicals. It's not just about the plastic. It's not getting blankets for people in the fire situations. It's not just about getting people jobs because you see, all of that is frequency. You have to change your frequency. You have to know that you're part of the planet in order for us to be able to change it. We don't have much time, my friends. And the clock is ticking, and I'm asking for some help and some support. My stories will blow your mind. And I have so many witnesses to my crew that have watched this go down. And today I'm very sad. Because I was lied and cheated out of a lot of money over this whole course of this ascension. Parts of it, I made mistakes, I'm sure. But whenever you don't have anyone around you and you're leading large groups of consciousness and you've just now figured out that you even have power, and then you realize that your whole entire life was a lie and people around you staged in order to conduct a series and a symphony to make other people rich, to make other people stars, to make other people celebrities, to make movies that you watch all day long based on your life.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri just came up.
I'm not sure I understand.
So I'm telling all of this right now because we've got Venus conjunct the moon, and I'm Venus. I am Venus. I have a 7-planet stellium in the 7th house. 6th planet. Sorry. I'm Venus. For 3 years, I've walked through these transits. For 3 years with the people around me and the beings that were connected to my bloodline of AB negative. First through clearing the blood of all the RH negatives for a year. Clearing off all the demonic energy, literally. Through the transit of Venus and Scorpio. And this is where we have Mercury going retrograde. So a lot of this is coming up. So if you've been scammed, if you have entertainers or celebrities that are claiming to be your twin, because you see, that is how it's set up. There are beings that had the story. So if you have been messed with, I want you to reach out to me because we're going to do something about it. We're putting an end to it now. I will find justice in all of this. Because it's not the entertainers, it's not just that, it's not just India and the technology and what they seek to control and power, although their country is about to split in half from what they have done. And it is not just me that is hearing these messages. It is what it is. Because whenever you train your entire lineages to come against the true source, true consciousness, in order to control and in order to replicate it back in technology, something will happen. Today, with this chart that's going on, we've got Moon conjunct Libra. And Venus, in Virgo. Now, this is based on Texas, so you see this is going to change as far as the nodes wherever you are on the planet. They already found the 60-foot wheel under Antarctica that I've been telling all y'all was there. It's based on magnetic poles. It's how this planet was run. It's how it was linked down and gridded down in order to stop this evolutionary consciousness that is now taking hold. But for those of us that have fought the war, we demand assistance now. And if you do not come and you hear this message and you turn your back, you better bet that there might be some karma coming back on you for doing it. We have 5 years. 5 years to tell the world what is really going on, to help every human here reestablish their frequency, reestablish their sovereignty, to cut controls from the powers that bind. Or you will be stuck here for another 1.5 million years. Now, it's all not a bad thing, because I was stuck in this realm the last time, and here I am standing. But let me tell you, it's something you don't want to have to do. And it is not based on your job. And it is not based on who pays you. And it is not based on the things that you think you have to have in order to get what it is that your soul needs. I promise you, it is the exact opposite, because it's true. Money is greed, the utmost greed. I have seen it. I have lived it. My entire existence on this planet, because I am Regulus. It was the Saturn that I brought in. I am Bellatrix. It's the Saturn I hold in this incarnation. And those around that call themselves the dark horses or whatever it was that has happened since a year ago at the gold spike, I can promise you, you haven't even met me yet. If you came against me, then you met me. Now you're going to meet my shadow. And I'm not even going to call it in on you. You see, here's the problem. I don't blame anybody. I don't judge anything. And whenever it happens and things happen and people die and people lose everything, it breaks my heart, no matter if you came at me or not. Because I don't want to see any more suffering on this planet. And I truly care, and I truly love, because I know, because I was used just like you for far too long. And I've had to learn so many lessons, and I've had to pay so much karma that wasn't even mine as an AB negative. Started the day I was born here. Actually started before that. It's how I came into my mother's womb, because she tried to kill me and she wanted me dead because I was a rape baby. I'm not asking for sadness. I'm telling you that I've been through it. And every single lesson that needs to be learned, I have learned and I have paid for. It's why I have this knowledge in my consciousness. It's why I'm coming back right now to tell everybody these lessons, so that you can understand that you do not have to walk those paths again. But without energetic protection and without somebody standing up for us and walking with us that has some kind of power or control, then that is exactly what the paternal patriarch on this planet is doing. And in fact, they're coming after our heart. Now you see, here's the thing. This is Venus conjunct the moon. Right now, it's in the 10th house. 10th house is what you're famous for. And my Chiron, which is your soul wounding, which is when you came into this incarnation on your chart, is in Aries at Alpha Draconic Notice 2, bringing in the new body template, being prepared for this now moment when everything blew and we had to reconnect organic matter and reconnect a realm when everything went on a shutdown. My Chiron sits right on it, and everyone saw only that inside me. They only saw this entire incarnation as me being beat down, because that is what happened. Anyone around me can tell you. Crap just always happened to me. No matter what, no matter how pure my heart was, no matter how hard I worked. And the more this ascension went on, and the more that I worked, and the more that I did to support, the more that came after me. But in my progress, my Chiron moves to the 11th house. What does that mean? It means that it moves into the consciousness of the collective, and it means that I'm here now to teach about it and to tell you what I've gone through so that you don't have to. But right now, I'm still under attack because there's so many that know who I am. But yet they stay in the shadows and they work every single bit of my heart in order to try to stop me, in order to try to get me to lay down, in order to try to get me not to keep going, in order to get me to where I won't keep looking for love. When I know it's all that really matters in this world. That's what I learned from 1.5 million years. Mars is going back towards at 20 degrees right now, almost 21 degrees. So it's right on the outside of that Alpha Draconic Notice 2, because Alpha Draconic, man, it's huge. Alpha Draconic, that covers the entire galaxies. Trust me on that one. 5 realms. Alpha Draconic Notice 2 up in the star systems is right at a neck twist. Looks like a C. I'm sorry. Is that what you said? Yeah. A C, a cup, a U, a curve that you have to make in order to get up to the tongue. Well, the problem is I already am the tongue. Some of you already have the prophetic tongue. And you know that you got your own level of understanding and your own level of teaching that you have to do in order to control it. Well, I'm using mine now. And I stand for all of us. And this cannot go on, and I will not allow it. I will not allow it in a realm that us as conscious beings have built out of pure love and so much sacrifice that none of you have any idea of. And if you'd put a microphone in our face and give us some type of platform, we'll be happy to tell you. And I will not allow someone to take that from us and put it on a screen for The Witcher or for any other fucking movie out there to try to feed it back to you so that you think you've heard the real. You hadn't heard the reals. You hadn't seen the truth yet. Every single one of those stories has a person attached to it that lived the real deal. There will be no more theft of life in the realm that I created and the conscious beings that assisted to bring every single one of you out of it. We demand respect. We demand honor. And we demand a platform in order to stand on to keep fighting this war. Now, if all y'all want to go back to your cracker box houses and you want to sit in there by yourself and pretend that you don't know what's going on, then you go right on ahead. But we got Smokey and the Bandit style up in here. If you haven't watched that movie, then why don't you go watch it? They tried to ruin Bert's name as well. See, I've been working for the dead that were passed over because they were sacrificed, murdered, and killed. Those are the ones who talk to me. That's how I was able to assist in bringing down those pedophilia rings, and it's just got started.